One of the greatest young ladies you'll ever meet off the diamond, but on the diamond, man, she's got that burgundy and absolutely golden glove. She's got speed for days. She can give you headaches. And as she proved last year against Champion, she can rewrite the record books with one foul swoosh of that pen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited and honored to welcome in our dear friend, Giada Pauline.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
It is an absolute honor, young lady. Congratulations on all your success. And may I say, the Lady Raiders seem to be hitting their stride this time of the year. Talk to me about the adversity that you faced this year, this team has faced, and how you seemingly overcome it right in time for the playoffs.
Yes, we've been talking about this the last few weeks that our new season started the day our first playoff game was. So from here on out, going off with a win and just keeping it rolling.
How much do you think last year's experience and the pedigree of this program have helped you guys kind of shake off all the reasons this year why you could have been down, you could have had a bad year, and just kind of gotten hot at the right time, like DJ said, and here you are poised for another district championship?
Yeah, I definitely think the amount of success we've had in the last few years has definitely brought us to another level. I mean, at the start of this year, I think everyone had like that little bit of a pressure on them and our team for doing so good in the last few years. I think we are going to live up to those expectations this year again with how hot we've actually gone at the right time, like you said. So I'm very excited for what's to come for our team.
The adversity that you faced over the years, I mean, your backs have been against the wall more than once, more than twice. I mean, almost at a record pace. And you seemingly didn't blink at all this year. I mean, there's 4 seniors. You only lost one. You lost Gretsch last year. What did you learn along the way that has helped you kind of maintain and kind of, keep your eyes focused on the next game, the next game, the next game? No matter win, loss, doesn't matter. The next game was always the biggest thing in your sights.
Yeah, I definitely think a positive attitude is very important, especially during this game, especially having confidence in not only yourself, but the team as well is a big part.
Gianna, you are very close to 100 career hits. I think going into last night, at least you were 7 away. I didn't look at the box score yet from last night to see how many hits you had last night.
How many we get? Anthony likes doing math. How many we get?
How many you get last night, G?
I don't think I got any last night.
Come on, G!
I know.
Hey,
that's
math,
okay. That's okay.
East Palestine math tells me we're still 7 away. Okay.
But that being said, that's a lot of hits and a lot of at bats, and you got hits in every season that you've played. What's it mean to you to kind of be able to look back a little bit and see how much success you've had?
Yeah, it definitely means a lot. And, the team has always been there for me. So excited when I get a hit, and I'm very excited for the whole team with whatever success they have as well individually. So it's a very good environment to be in.
It's all well and good. We talk about hits and box scores and stuff, but some things that don't pop up in the box scores are some of those diving catches. Like everywhere you go, you're making diving catches. If we were to hand out golden gloves, young lady, you'd have a slew of them. Do you like defense a little better? Is that something that you take a lot of pride in?
Yeah, I love playing defense. I definitely like whenever I get the chance to lay out for a ball. It's one of my favorite things to do. And yeah, my outfield is great. Selena, Riley, Katie, when they're out there, they all perform very, very well. And I'm very glad to be able to call them my outfielders.
We've talked to a few of your outfielders throughout the years, and the one thing I know about South Range outfield is there is a bond between you guys and a trust that you guys have each other's back in the outfield. What's that like to be a part of a group, a no-fly zone, I guess you could say, in the South Range outfield?
Yeah, it's definitely amazing. Our communication is great. That's basically the main thing you have to have in the outfield is have good communication skills. So I think that's great for us, and just our bond on and off the field is really well as well.
I guess the next question has to be the bond that you share with all your teammates. What do you hope that they carry on after you 4 young ladies move on here in, hopefully about a month after you raise a state championship? But what do you hope that everybody, your legacy lives on and people take from your character traits?
Yeah, definitely putting in full effort, both on and off the field. Softball is definitely something I've learned many lessons from. So just being able to pour your heart out into the game and being able to, get work done at the field, but also in school too. I think that's very important to be able to balance those two things.
From a bond with your teammates to a bond with your dad, who does so much for softball, not just the South Range team, but also in the summers for travel, runs tournaments, does the Ohio Blast stuff, all that fun
Mhm.
that you guys have. What's it been like to be on this journey with him?
It's been amazing. He's my number one supporter. He's the first to tell me when I do something good and the first to tell me when I do something bad. And that's something that I love about him because he's very honest with me. So being able to get to experience him in the dugout with me, last year was very special. And I'm very happy to have him with me.
Game changer MVP, Mike
Mhm.
Pauline. He's a legend. Um, we're obviously going to dive a little bit deeper into the family in a minute here. But what I have to get to is one of the stories that kind of went untold was the fact that you actually were injured coming into the season.
I
Uh,
was.
Talk to me about that roller coaster ride of, you get injured, you get hit by a pitch in the hand, you break your hand,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah, I got a little scar.
Ew, gross. Put that
I
down.
know. Sorry. Just another battle scar. I mean, I got to show it.
Ugh. I'm not a scar guy. I'm
Oh,
not like
sorry. I'm
come
sorry.
on. My legs just got numb thinking about the surgery that went into that. But
Yeah.
given all that, the adversity that you faced in that, were there doubts coming into the season about, where you would be if you could be back to 100%? Did you ever get back to 100%? Did you have things in your mind that kind of you resisted? I mean, I know those diving catches you got to lay out. So, did some of that come into it or
Yeah,
pardon me?
even my junior year coming into the season, I was hurt. I played basketball. I got a foot injury. It took me out the whole basketball season. So coming into this year, my thought was, well, I didn't want to risk getting hurt playing basketball, so I took my senior year off. I didn't play this year. So I was able to go to all the open gyms and all the winter league stuff for softball, but then the one winter league, I got hit by a pitch in the hand, like you said, and I honestly did not expect it to be this bad. So we went to the doctors, and when they told me I had to have surgery and have 4 pins put in my hand, I was completely shocked. I did not think that at all. And the surgery, I mean, it went well. Everything went well. I was super, super nervous. I hate getting put to sleep. I hate having surgery, and no one does. But coming off of that, I was really scared I wasn't going to be able to perform as well as I usually do. And it's my dominant hand. So, this year has been a blessing to be able to play because I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to. So I'm very fortunate enough to be able to play my senior season this year.
Did you ever get back to 100%? Did you feel like that?
I mean, my hand it still gets sore, but it's not enough to stop me from playing. I mean, yeah, I put extra grip on my bat because that's something that hurts when I grip my bat, having that because it rests right on my grip when I pull my bat. But even throwing sometimes do it the wrong way, it kind of hurts,
Oof.
but I mean, it's okay. It's good.
Gee, did you ever shake your hand at the universe saying, I skipped basketball season not to get hurt, and then I get hurt
I
anyway?
know.
Like, what the heck?
I know. I know.
Some Final Destination stuff is
It
what that
found
is.
you. It found you. All that being said, G, whether you were going through rehab or getting you did whatever it took to be a leader on this team. I want to talk about your leadership skills and being a senior and how much you've been able to grow as a leader over the last 4 years. We've been able to see, and I'm sure you have too. Talk about this year and what it felt like to kind of have your last chance to leave a legacy at this program.
Yeah, definitely. I take pride in my leadership and being able to set a good example for the girls coming up. And, having only the 4 seniors this year, I definitely think that the juniors stepped up too. But being able to leave a legacy and being able to be a role model for these underclassmen is very important to me.
I think one of the biggest compliments I can give you is you lead no matter what is going on in your personal life, no matter what is going on that game for you. You mentioned, it's a tough night for you at the dish last night. It doesn't matter. Your leadership continues. There's something to be said, whether, about not knowing if it's salt or sugar, whether it's sweet or savory. And young lady, you lead no matter what is going on in your life. And that
Thank
is
you. I appreciate it.
That's an incredible trait. That's something that you can't teach.
Thank you.
Where do you feel like that came from? And is that something that is very intentional or just something that comes to you naturally?
I definitely think it comes to me naturally. My parents, great parents, raised up really well. So I definitely feel like just being able to be there for everyone else when things don't go my way it's okay. It's important.
My last question for you, G, before we let you go, I like to ask some silly questions. So I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know. As a kid, what was one of the things that you wanted to be when you grew up? What was like your fantasy dream or job when you were a little kid?
I think like a police officer.
Okay.
I wanted to be in criminal investigation, so I think police officer.
Well, we're talking about what you want to do. One of the toughest decisions I think you've had to make, or at least I've had to hear, is not being able to think about you playing softball at the next level.
Yeah.
And you've kind of come to grips with it. Your family, maybe not so much. Maybe trying to push you in and still into the dugout. But in all seriousness, have you thought about what it's going to be like to hang up your cleats for the last time? Have you thought about, is it going to be an emotional experience? Is it going to be, I guess, what kind of experience is it going to be for you? Have you thought about that at all? And,
Yeah.
what do you think about?
Definitely an emotional experience. I'm a very emotional person. So, but, I am still going to be playing travel. So it's not completely over. I have travel the rest of this year, and hopefully next year we get the team together for a few tournaments in the summer. But, eventually down the line, I want to be a coach. So I'll always have a piece of softball with me.
There is no doubt in my mind you are going to be a coach, and you are going to be a great one. We are going to be doing many coaches' corners with Giada Pauline. So this is just the beginning, young lady. I can't tell you and express how proud of you we are. Over the last 4 years, you've led by example. You've become a great leader, but more importantly, a great young lady that so many other young ladies should follow your path. Thank you so much for everything, G. We appreciate you. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Giada Pauline. She's the best, dude. She's the absolute best. I don't to meet a family like theirs, it's hard to meet a better family. Mm-hmm. It's hard to meet a family that cares so much about everybody else that they're like magnets. Like you have to care about them. I have to and want to genuinely care about everything they do. And anytime Mike Pauline or any of the Paulines for that matter need something, it's an automatic, yep, we're in. What do we need to do? Hands in the pile. Let's go.
For real. And